Asa said, go tell him, listen, let's make a pact. Let's do this because our fathers had a pact. So now we got this league going on here. So you go tell him that he needs to stop doing what he's doing. And guess what? He gave him the silver and the treasures out of the temple that God had given him, that he had been blessed with. He made this pact. Not only did he make a pact, but guess what he did? The first mistake he did was he did not pray for direction and the Lord's help as he did before. Remember, Asa's name means healer, but he did not pray as he did before. He sought the Lord when those other enemies, those Ethiopians, came up upon him. But in this time, he didn't. He did his own thing, did what he wanted to do, which is what's going on right now in America, in many places, doing what you want to do, your own will. God says not so. God says it's time for us to repent. This is a message. It's a warning. It's a warning, and it's a call to turn from darkness to light. God says, turn to him, the author and the finisher of your faith. He's a just God. He's a loving father, but he is both the lion and the lamb. So he can be gentle, but he got a strong roar. So he's saying it's time to repent. It's time to turn back to God. And if you have been living right, don't be like Asa, making a pact with the enemy. So see, Benadad was a heathen. He came from the heathen side. He wasn't a Christian. He wasn't a Jew. He wasn't saved. So he made a pact with the heathen. He didn't seek God's face, but he made a pact with the heathens. The very thing that Asa did was came and tore down idols in the chapter 14. He even dethroned his grandmother, the queen, because she had resurrected an idol. If you look into the passage and read deeper, he even removed her from her position. He did all this, assembled unity, unified Judah and Israel. He was doing a good work, actually a great work, submitted to God, praying to the Lord, doing the will of the Lord. But his first mistake was he did not pray for direction and ask the Lord. The second mistake was he made that treaty with the heathen king, Ben-Hadad. The third thing is he took the silver and treasure out of the temple to give it to the heathens. My goodness. So let's read a little further. Verse 7 says, and at that time, Hananiah the seer came to Asa, king of Judah, and said unto him, because thou hast relied on the king of Syria and not relied on the Lord thy God, therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand. Were not the Ethiopians and the Lubians a huge host with very many chariots and horsemen? He's taking them back because sometimes we need to be reminded of what God did before. This is a word for all of us. We need to be reminded sometime of what God did before and how he brought us through that test, that situation. It looked horrible. It looked like we wasn't going to make it through it, but God showed up. And so he had to remind him, yet because thou didst rely on the Lord, basically because you did not rely on the Lord, Asa, he delivered them into thine hand. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. I want to pause here. What that means is who truly wants to do the will of God. And God knows. He truly knows.